Good evening. I'm Frances Weller. I'd like to share with you a story of selfless generosity, a story that amazing people like you helped to write by lending your support to the Willie Stargell Foundation.
My name is Charlie Garaventa. I'm the food and beverage manager here at the Country Club of Landfall. My son, after he was born, we found out he had kidney damage. He was 13 and we started seeing more of a change. I was already getting worked up as far as to be a donor, and I was the match. Fast forward to when he was 17 years old, and now we're gonna do the transplant. And I get a call in the kitchen from Duke, from the transplant department, saying they had a cadaver. The next day, he had his surgery, and it took about 3.5 hours. Still a lot of questions. The surgeon came out and said everything went great. It was miraculous that he didn't get cancer and he didn't reject the kidney. My relationship with INGELA just started, over the years.
We went to a cardiologist, and it was determined that I was in congestive heart failure. Then they told me I needed a heart transplant. At the time of the surgery, or after the surgery, my kidneys were damaged. We went up to Duke to get on the list for a kidney transplant. And we started going through the pages of this fairly thick book. And on the bottom of maybe the third page, it said in very small letters that if you're over 70, you have to bring your own live donor. You cannot get on the list because you're too old. And we were devastated. Just shut the book, left the room, and said, okay, we're done.
Conversation about donating didn't come about till one day in August when she came in, and I looked at her and, something I could tell something wasn't right.
Charlie, who knew my story, asked me how it had gone at Duke, and I said, we couldn't get on the list.
So they said, I need to find a living donor. And I said to her, I'll do it.
That somebody could offer to give a part of himself for us is the most unselfish thing anybody can imagine.
I just felt like I wanted to pay it forward and help somebody out. It just felt like it was the right thing to do.
We were afraid to get our hopes up because we knew there was going to be a lot of testing. But little by little, everything was coming into place.
I got that call from the nurse, and she said, you're compatible.
All of a sudden, it was, 6 months later, 5 months later, and there we were, up at Duke.
Before the surgery, I was already in pre-op. INGELA came in, and she gave me a big hug, and she said that she loved me, and they put me out.
And then the next day, Charlie came in to give me a hug and to say he was already leaving.
The first time I saw INGELA after the surgery was incredible. I wanted to make sure that I saw her before I left the hospital. She was in ICU. At that point, I was like, okay, everything's going to be okay.
It's been an incredible journey. It's given me and my husband our life back. And now it's like I'm a new person with 2 new parts.
It's an incredible feeling when I see her that I helped to try to give her a normal life again.